Hi, this is CK at CK Education. Are you living with a victim's mentality? You're not really a victim. You're not a true victim. I'm not talking to true victims of scams or abuse or things like that. I'm talking about in your own head, are you always living as if you're the victim? Why does this always happen to me? I knew it wasn't going to work out. This always happens to me. I never have, luck in my favor. People are always against me. I always get passed over. I knew that, I wouldn't win. I knew that it wouldn't work out. Do you have these kind of things, thoughts, phrases going through your mind whenever something happens, whenever something doesn't go your way? And rather than trying to improve yourself and rather than trying to get better, rather than trying to learn, like, why did that happen? And what must I do so that it doesn't happen again? What are the things that I might be doing wrong to produce these kinds of results, regularly? Rather than doing that, rather than being self-reflective and improving and finding out how you could do better, are you always content with just blaming someone else, blaming the situation, blaming the external factor, rather than looking at the inside? Now, I know a lot of people like this. A lot of people live like this. And the sad thing is, a lot of people don't know that they actually do this. They actually do this, and they don't know that they're doing this. They just really think that there's always this dark cloud following them, everywhere they go. Always, if it's going to happen, something bad's going to happen, it's going to happen to them. They knew it wasn't going to work out. It's always someone else's fault. They're blaming, they're whining, they're complaining, and they're not looking inside. They're not improving. They're not doing anything different. They do the same things all the time and yet expect different results. And it doesn't happen like that. You see, if you live with a victim's mentality, if you live with, that's just me, it never happens, I never get good luck, that kind of mentality, that's going to continue to happen. The only way you come out of that is you got to change your mindset. You have to change your mentality into, it's not that, all these external forces are working against me. It's that I am producing, as a result of my thinking, as a result of my attitude, as a result of my habits, as a result of my ignorance, as a result of my way of doing things, I keep producing these kinds of situations in my life. And you have to notice that, you have to see that, you have to admit that, and you have to change that. You can't keep doing the same thing and hoping, well, maybe it'll change. There's no maybe it'll change. You have to make it change, okay? So if whatever area it is in life, you got to break it down. If it's a health issue, you got to, what am I eating? What are my activity levels? What is my sleeping habit? What is my stress level? What is my, and you got to look at all of those things, and you got to start changing those things. If it's a relationship, my relationship isn't good with my kids, with my spouse, with my whatever it is. Why is that happening? What is the fear behind it? What is the obstacle? What is the wall? And why is that there? And how could we break it down? What did I do to cause that? What part of my fault could I change? What could I do? If it's a money issue, I spend too much money, I don't have enough money at the end of then are you keeping track of that? Are you keeping track of your cash flow? How much money coming in? How much money going out? Do you know exactly how much is going out? Where and when? Are you keeping track of that? If you're not doing any of those things and yet you're hoping that somehow this month it'll work out, it probably will not again. Whether it's academics, whether it's your career. Why do I keep getting passed over for advancements? Man, I've been working here for 15 years, 20 years. I never get ahead. What is the thing that you're doing? What is the attitude that is sort of hindering you from getting ahead? What is the thing? And so rather than blaming and complaining about outside forces, if you look on the inside and if you work on the things, if you work on you, work on the things inside of you to make yourself better, you're going to see different results. I mean, you're just going to see different results. More than anything in life, it's a flip of the switch in your mind. It's a mindset issue. So when you think that, I'm just doing what I do and everything is against me, if you think living like that, rather than the things that I am doing are causing these kinds of situations to happen in my life, and I'm getting tired of it. I don't want it to happen anymore. I want good things to happen. So I'm going to stop living like this. I'm going to change my ways. So you start learning. Maybe you start reading books. Maybe you start watching YouTube videos. Maybe you talk to some people who have it together, who know what they're talking about in these things. They've experienced success in these things that you want to experience success in. And you start learning. You start taking it in. You start getting humble and thinking, I don't know everything. Actually, I suck at this particular thing. So let me learn from people who know what they're talking about, who have experienced success in these things. And let me see if I can get better. And I practice every day. And I'm going to change my environment. I'm going to change the way I think. I'm going to change the way I talk. I'm going to change the things that I read. I'm going to change the things that I input into my mind. I'm going to change perhaps the people around me because they're poison, they're toxic. I'm going to change the way I eat. I'm going to change the way I exercise. I'm going to change whatever it is. You change that so that you get different results. That is the only way you improve in life. Change can be good or bad, right? Change can be positive or negative. It can be a plus or a minus. And change will come at you no matter what. But if you don't continue changing yourself intentionally, not just, well, it happened to me, make things happen. So make the changes inside of you intentionally. Seek after truth. Seek after the good things. Seek after the right ways to do it. Seek after different ways that are more effective. And if you start implementing that day by day, it's going to snowball. It's going to get better and better and better. And you're going to get better and better results. You're going to be happier and happier. You're going to be more and more fulfilled. You're going to stop blaming outside influences. You're going to say, wait a minute, I have a lot of control over my life that I didn't know I did. And a lot of people who live with this victim mentality, they sort of feel like they lost control. I'm saying, take the control back. You're the one who gave it up. Nobody took it from you. You gave it up right here. You got to take it back right here. You got to guard your heart. You got to guard your mind. And you got to change yourself, improve yourself so that you have better results. And if you do that, you're going to be a much happier, more fulfilled, more purpose-filled person. And you're just going to have a better experience, better life, better every day. So I hope that you'll do that. If you're living with this victim mentality, let's put an end to it today. Let's flip the switch and let's say, hey, I'm not going to live like that anymore. I'm not giving up control. I'm going to take my control back. I gave it up. I'm going to take it back. And I'm going to start improving things. I'm going to start talking to people. I'm going to start reading things. I'm going to start learning things so that I have a better life, so that I have better results tomorrow. I'm going to do things today so I have a better tomorrow. And that's how it's done, my friend. And if you do that every single day, you're just going to have better results. So I hope you take that to heart. I'm going to end the video right here. Thank you so much for watching. And until my next video, please stay well.